There is a new team coming to Marvel Strike Force, the Amazing Avengers. And as we start closing in on Chapter 2 of the Age of Fear, it seems wildly appropriate. That team seems spot on. We recognize that the movie Spider-Man Brand New Day will be approaching soon, and this team featuring Spider-Man seems to really cater to the fact that individuals who are Marvel fans will be looking for Spider-Man individuals from that movie, like the Punisher, Incredible Hulk. Those characters are combined in that team. They are a raid team. And as we get then deeper into the Age of Fear, Chapter 2, raids look like they're going to be revamped. There are some adjustments, some new things coming. Regarding raids, we have a little bit of that information today. And we know that we have our new character, Blade the Mighty. And if we have a new Mighty character, that means we'll be getting a new Breaker character as well. Can't wait to really get more information on that and what type of themed events regarding X characters, mutants. What type of things should we expect there? Now, we have a little bit of information on the new raid. Let's go to that blog and check it out. The theme of that latest blog is the Amazing Avengers conquer the Trepidation Raid. Now, trepidation, it has to do with fear, anxiety, kind of individuals having a fear of what might come next. So that might be appropriate, right? There's a lot of things that are coming to the game, and thematically, the serpent is trying to cause fear, panic, trepidation in people. So people are concerned in the game purposes about what's coming next. That's going to give him more strength. We're concerned about what's coming next because we want to get our hands on that new content. So regarding that team, the Amazing Avengers, it says Strike's latest and greatest iteration of the Avengers is set to take the battlefield by storm. With 3 new Strike recruits, this squad has a few new tricks up their sleeves to set them apart. The Amazing Avengers is made up of Blade Mighty, new Mighty character, Blade. Were you surprised by that choice? I was. Kind of an interesting character. Spider-Woman, Jessica Carpenter, shouts out to you in the community who called it. We give you more credit and more props on my other long form video. And Rachel Cole Alves, she's a protege of the Punisher. So those are the 3 members that'll be on the team. They'll have longtime Avengers Spider-Man and Hulk fighting by their sides. Both those characters are the reworks, so they'll be getting a stat upgrade and kit improvements. Plus, Hulk says has a smashing new look that'll make everyone say, now that's the Incredible Hulk, right? There's kind of a joke running in the community. Hulk kind of looks weird and doesn't look like the Incredible Hulk. Well, to kind of sum things up, we have a really long video going deep into the kits, but here's the sum up if you just want the quick version. Here's an Amazing Avengers quick hitter. They specialize in raids and can stand against other raid teams in war. Blade Mighty is the keystone character who heals and generates ability energy. He is indeed a mighty character, so he should be special when it comes to acquiring him. Spider-Woman Jessica Carpenter controls the battle by flipping positive effects and reducing the duration of safeguard on all enemies. Rachel Cole Alves applies bleeds and doles out high damage vengeance. And here we go, unlock Blade Mighty in his Mighty Tower. So once again, another tower is approaching. So true to their word, Marvel Strike Force being true to their word, we're getting towers all the time now. If you haven't finished one, there's always another one in the works. We're always going to be making our way towards newer characters and building on what we have. That's great. So we can assemble them for raid supremacy. The Amazing Avengers will be the next raid team, ushering in the upcoming Trepidation Raid. We'll have more information about the Trepidation Raid in a future blog, so keep your eyes on the website. Before the Trepidation Raid opens, unleash this squad on the Annihilation Raid, as well as an Alliance War where this amazing squad can go toe-to-toe against other raid teams. I'm interested to see the interactions there. Can we work out against a couple weaker war teams as well? That would really make them a good addition. Mighty Tower Blade. Recruit the next mighty character. Your first chance to sink your teeth into Blade Mighty Shards will be during the first run of the Mighty Tower Blade. A full rundown of the necessary traits, combat mods, and other details will be heading your way in an upcoming weekly blog. Power, protection, pressure. Together, the Amazing Avengers pack a punch that strikes through wave after wave of raid enemies. Blade Mighty. The Sunwalker keeps allies upright. The second mighty character during the Age of Fear, Blade Mighty, brings supernatural endurance with team-wide protection, healing, and energy generation. Life from Death. In raids, when an enemy is defeated, Blade Mighty heals himself and all Amazing Avenger allies. He buries himself and all Avenger allies and then generates an ability energy for one Amazing Avenger ally or self that doesn't have full energy. Bloody Recovery. When enemies take damage from bleed, Blade Mighty heals himself and his Amazing Avenger allies and buries himself and all Avenger allies who are already at full health. This is a very interesting mechanic. Looking at the team, there are a lot of members who can cause bleeds. This might even be a factor we can bring in theory crafting, bringing in people who can cause bleeds, bringing in characters like perhaps Venom, who maybe we didn't really think to use as part of the new symbiote team to spread said bleeds. And there's other maybe Avengers characters like Tigra who dole out bleeds as well. Just some things to keep in mind. Taking advantage of this bleed mechanic is how the characters are going to heal, and at the same time, they do damage. Raise allies from the dead. With Blade's Mighty Ultimate, which revives an Amazing Avenger ally, 50% health, safeguard, and speed up. Spider-Woman Julia. Tangle foes in a psionic web. Flip the enemy's plan upside down with effect manipulation. Web up effects. In raids, if Spider-Woman Julia has 3 Amazing Avenger allies, reduce the duration of safeguard on all enemies when she takes a turn. Also, all of her attacks flip positive effects on the enemies. Sticky Battlefield. If she has 3 Amazing Avenger allies, until she takes a turn, enemies cannot fill or reduce speed bar and cannot gain charged or taunt. That is significant. Just standing there is speed control. You stop the opponent from taunting. You're able to control that taunter with this character, and other people cannot get charged. That's a big deal. That might come in handy against certain teams. I was thinking, for example, maybe the Absolute A-Force, but we'll have to see. Paralyze and Hinder. Flip all positive effects, then stun your primary target with her ultimate, and apply trauma and blind to all targets who don't have a positive effect with her special attack. So flipping their effects to negatives, when you do a move, if they don't have any positive effects, they get trauma and blind. That's significant. You could trauma and blind the entire team if things land correctly. Rachel Cole Alves, Precision Firepower. Mow down enemy waves, gain speed bar on crit, and prolong breeds to feed Amazing Avenger allies attacks. Damage Dealer. Light up multiple targets with each attack for major damage and set up your allies for success by applying defense down with her special and ultimate. I'm really interested to see what her damage stat ends up being. Crit Commander. Rachel and her Amazing Avenger allies gain crit chance per bleed, up to a maximum of 50. Lots of bleeds on this team. Really big increased chance for crit damage throughout the entire team. Momentum Munition. On crit, fill Rachel's speed bar and her Amazing Avenger allies in raids by 10% and prolong the duration of bleeds on all enemies. So just to clarify, that 10% is all the time, and there's some additional things that happen in raids. Hulk and Spider-Man updates. Smash through enemies and swing past waves with these amazing updates to 2 of Strike's most veteran heroes, including an injection of modern stat increases. Hulk now gains spawn on taunt, or if he has 3 Amazing Avenger allies, he gains on spawn taunt for 2 turns and immunity for 2 turns to draw enemy fire. Hulk's charge mechanic has been updated, so now every time he's attacked, he's going to gain charged +1 up to a maximum of 5. Each of those charges gives him 10% damage and armor. Spider-Man now clears positive effects and reduces safeguard by 2 as long as he has 3 Amazing Avenger allies. That happens with his ultimate. Spidey also enjoys extra dodge chance and evades, making him tricky to nail down, while also gaining benefits like speed bar and generating ability energy when he dodges. Now, the rest of the blog here goes into the new character kits. We already have we did a short one there. We have a bigger, more in-depth video right here. If you want the kit breakdown, that's all that's remaining in the blog. I suggest you pop over right here to that video and check it out.